This will be a debunk on the shutdowns, 100% on Democrats. Shutdowns of recent were factually entirely 100% proven on Democrats, and I will get to proving all of this now. The major shutdown, that historical one of recent, all on Democrats, and here's the proof. They started this mess by blocking the clean funding 9 times, while pushing harmful near-terrorist-like demands by asking for billions to illegals and things like demasking ICE, and a whole bunch of same nonsense that we have been pushing openly against for great reason. These shutdowns have been on the Democrats, and they are even open about it, many of them even coming out and saying, "Why is my party like this?" and stuff like "don't give in," to much more even evil extents. More on that and this in a bit. They keep holding us hostage with America-harming demands while ensuring our officials go without pay and possibly even food. Well, unlikely on the food part, but the risk is still there. Meanwhile, Trump makes sure our people are fed and paid, and he's done his best to ensure so. These shutdowns are really, and in my opinion here, the sentence only, are acts of war. I mean, you're possibly enabling the loss of healthcare for millions as well. Luckily, Trump did not let that happen, nor would he. Dems sure seem to have wanted it. Why did the reps block the recent bill? Because of more of the same. Reps argued against breaking up the DHS funding bill. They stated that partial funding, excluding immigration enforcement, was a political game, and insisted on a funding package that covered the entire department, including ICE and CBP. Reps aimed to ensure full funding for ICE and CBP as part of any DHS funding agreement. Reps indicated that they would not support funding for other agencies until they reached a broader deal on DHS funding and reforms, accusing Democrats of trying to defund immigration enforcement agencies. Harry Sisson, whom most of you know online or in politics, wrote on X, "Absolutely pathetic. I cannot believe we caved to this wannabe dictator and his goons. Thanks to the Democrats who voted no. We'll remember who bent the knee," end quote. You wage active war against us with these demands, y'all. Simply put, from September 19th to October 28th, reps voted in favor of reopening and paying our troops/federal workers/air traffic controllers/funds for SNAP. All of those times, every single one, Dems rejected, all in order to fight your little fight for nonsense. Funds roll out, no losses, no starving, no millions suffering. Stop lying and fear-mongering and stop forcing war. The last shutdown, December 18th, was when Pelosi backed the funding bill mess unless Trump agreed to drop the wall. He didn't cave, Dems dug in, and 800,000 workers sat home unpaid. Blame shared, but Trump's the one who held the line against amnesty. If that's responsible, fine. At least he's the guy who wouldn't let illegals get free health care on our dime. Good on him. Folks, the left's whining about SNAP cuts as pure just fear-mongering. Trump's not starving America nor Americans. He's saving it from a bloated, fraud-filled welfare trap that's ballooned 300% since '08. His reforms crack down on abuse, push able-bodied adults to work, and redirect billions to tax cuts for working families. He helps the lowest of us, gives tax cuts for the lowest of us, the middle class. He doesn't give tax cuts to billionaires. That's what Democrats do. For the first shutdown, Democrats' $1.5 trillion demands for opening the government were $200 billion in healthcare benefits for illegal aliens, repeal of the $50 billion rural hospitals fund permanent, COVID subsidies without reforms, $500 million for liberal news outlets, $4 million for global LGBTQ plus awareness, campaigns, $4 million for LGBTQ plus democracy grants, in the Balkans, $2 million for feminist democratic principles. I mean, enough with the BS. You could be starving millions of Americans for that stuff. You're forcing war for that. Now, when Trump said the shutdown thing like a long time ago or years ago or whatever, he was largely saying facts, but it does not counter the fact that these being entirely on the Democrats this time without a shred of a doubt. In Africa, Dems' shutdown games and trillions in handouts for illegals spiked food prices 18%. Trump's fighting inflation and dependency with jobs and strength. Real compassion lifts people, not chains them to the dole. Who's with me?